because I wanted to shape, young people and improve their lives as much as my life has been improved by the great teachers that I've had. My father was a professor of math and computers, and my mother was a paraeducator, and she eventually took classes at nights and became a teacher in her own right as well. It was lucky for me that I love the idea of teaching as much as I do. I didn't find out until very late in my college career. I was picking up skills and knowledge, and there's so much to learn about, the tendencies of each individual instrument within the band, but it just felt like forever before I got in front of, a child and I was told, okay, now make him or her do something, and that was pretty exhilarating. And I'm really lucky that I, wasn't terrible at it, because then I would have, spent a lot of time on it. But as it turns out, it was a real rush to, put an instrument in, a student's hands and make them better at it. The classes that I took taught me about how to plan an effective rehearsal, how to diagnose technique issues on all the various instruments. So there was a lot of it was technical and not a whole lot of pedagogical study. So that was it. So it prepared me. They tried to cram as much information as they could, and over my 15-year career, I've been able to kind of remember how to flex those muscles as far as all of the things that I learned. And it just, they can't prepare you enough for what being a teacher is, but they do a good job of trying to hit just about everything that they can. And just through practice and experience, you get better at it. Mrs. Schmidt is our strings teacher, and she and I collaborate a lot. Actually, my whole department, we collaborate all the time. But just this year, we did choir did their own standalone program, and so this year, strings and band were together, and we decided that we'd cap off the concert with a combined band and strings piece. And Mrs. Schmidt pushed me to learn some string stuff, and I got to be the conductor for the piece. Once class starts, I'm pretty much running lessons or in front of rehearsals for most of the day. I get a prep one period a day, but if I'm lucky, maybe two. But there's a lot of students and a lot of lessons, and I am lucky enough, I'm fortunate to have an administrator who lets me kind of carve out my own schedule as far as lessons within a few of her parameters, and I am lucky also to have a really strong program. I've got about 250 students in a school of just over 400, so there's a lot of regimented. All right, I'm at this lesson group, now I'm on this lesson group, and it's fast-paced, and the days are too short. There was 1 year earlier in my career where I met one of my new students. She came down to visit me while after she just finished up parent-teacher conferences. She was getting her clarinet, and it happened to be around Thanksgiving. And I was just making small talk with the younger sister, and I asked, "Hey, so you excited to eat some turkey?" And just like thinking nothing of it, young lady just said, "Oh no, turkey is too expensive for us. We can't afford that." And it just kind of stopped me in my tracks, and I was just so sad and it just really challenged the assumptions that I had about our community, and got me to think differently about the students that I teach and what their experience may be, and how in being busy and trying to pass on as much as I have in my head to my students, that I have to I have to dig deeper and know my students better. And I brought that home to my wife, who is also a teacher, an elementary teacher, who sees, you know, students like the younger sister of the student that I had. And I am fortunate enough that she, like, you know, was like-minded with me, and we made sure that they had a Thanksgiving dinner, and we've been dropping that off to that family ever since.